Okay, my watch says it's 3 o'clock, and the clock in the dining room is going to be chiming shortly, so I will get started. As I go through the presentation, I'm not able to follow comments and stuff like that, so just rest assured that at the end of my presentation, I will respond back. So thank you for watching. I see several have hopped on, and I thank you for that. If you join after the live is over, I will have this up on my Facebook page, and I will have the cutting dimensions on my blog so that you can make a card like this yourself. So I am Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it's stamping time, and today is a very rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest. I think we're having a atmospheric river come down. At any rate, but like I say, every day it's stamping time, so we will stamp. I'm featuring the Fitting Florets. Today I'm the whole collection. The bundle is my November bundle of the month, and if you order the bundle from me, from my online store, creationsbysue.stampinup.net, I will send you a bundle of 5 tutorials to use the stamp set, the bundle with. If you were to go so far as to order the whole collection, then I would send you 10 tutorials featuring some of the different papers that are included. So the collection, all of it, is available through from November 1st through January 4th. The designer series paper and one of the stamp sets and the embellishments only are good through then. The bundle, the Fitting Florets, the Framed Florets bundle, is going to be in the spring mini catalog. So let me show you the parts of this collection. First we have the Framed Florets stamp set. This is a photopolymer one. I love photopolymer because you can see exactly where you're stamping. And you could even, with some stamps, you could even kind of slightly curve them depending on how thick the stamps are. So this is the stamp set and with the bundle, and then it goes with the Framed Florets dies. And notice Framed Floret stamps, Framed Florets dies. They have listened to us, and now the dies and the stamp set are the same. So this includes, and this is what really caught my eye, were these wonderful oval frames. And then there are some stamps dies that will cut out the images. Helps if I turn it the right direction. So that one, and this one cuts out the leaves, and this one cuts out the big arrangement. There's one for the flower, and there's one for this flower. They're not lined up properly. Plus, there are leaves. Oh, this one will cut out this one. And then we have one to cut out the little berries or whatever you want to call them. So then, in addition, we have 2 leaves and a whole spray to add for background. So, how did I have these back in here? And as you notice, they work together. So these 2 dies can go together. And this one in particular, these hearts, do not have a cutting edge on either side. All it does is cut out the hearts. And I'll show you a sample. See how the hearts have been cut out, but not the rest of it. To get the center cut out, you have to add this die, and that cuts out the center. Okay, put these away. I like to store my stamps, my dies, on magnetic sheets that I get through Amazon. And I slip them right into the folders they came in. I actually use the cardboard that they are on to help, because the die is the magnetic sheet is adhesive. And I just put it on the cardboard, and then I trim down this to the back so it's all nice and neat. And then you can slide it in to the plastic, just like this. And it's all in one neat little bundle. Okay, so I'm going to be using this die, I believe. Yes, this is the die that we'll be needing, so I keep that out. Okay, so that's the first part. This is the bundle, and this is the bundle that, if you purchase the bundle from me in November, you'll get the extra tutorials. In addition, in this collection is the framed and festive stamp set, and this is a cling stamp set. And it has these wonderful Christmas greetings on it. Merry Christmas, fa la la, 'tis the season to be jolly. From our home to yours, from all of us, Noel, may the season be filled with peace and joy. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And I have made 2 cards with those greetings. This one I used the flowers from this stamp set, from the stamp set, the flowers, and I colored them in Christmas colors and used that fancy frame. May the season be filled with peace and joy. And you'll notice the ribbon is normally gold, or no, vanilla on the edge, but I colored it with real red to add color to it. And this one I combined them with the leaves of holly dies. And then I made a fall birthday card using that same bouquet but coloring it with different colors. The same dies. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. And this gives you a hint of some of the designer series paper, which is what I want to show you next. Now this paper is only available this fall from 1st of November till the 4th of January. It has a wonderful flower pattern, and on the back is a just a pattern for background. There's this one with the flowers in blue and green, and the back's a lovely soft succulent with leaves on it. This one has berries, and the back is polished pink, nice and bright. And then here's another floral one, and the back is a beautiful soft balmy blue. And I want to show you on this one, there are some of these that can be cut out, die cut, with this die. So there's that one. And there's that one, and then this one, so for a different colorway, can be done. The rest of them are big enough that you can fussy cut them without too much trouble, unless you hate fussy cutting. And then there's a soft blue and green with a great evening evergreen plaid on the back. And this one is the leaves with the berries on it. And you can color the berries like I did for this fall one to bring in the fall colors. Or you can leave them white, or you could color them red for Christmas. On the back of that is can't think of the name of it all of a sudden. So the colors are Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride. This is Blushing Bride. Crushed Curry, Evening Evergreen, Night of Navy, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. And I like to cut a 3-inch strip off each of the Designer Series papers and make 3-inch squares and cut them in half. This way I can see both sides of each sheet without having to flip through the whole package. I find this very convenient. And then since the print is pretty small and I've got elderly eyes, I rewrite the colors in larger print. Okay, the final part of this collection are these what do they call them? They are called gold adhesive backed swirls, and they have kind of lines that go out around them. And again, these are only good until January 4th or as long as product lasts. And if you like this, I recommend that you get these extra products that are limited to a certain length of time right away, because there's a good chance that they will get sold out before January and they won't be replaced. So for today, I am going to make this faux sidestep card. It says, for a special person on a special day. I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5 this way. It is scored at 3 and at 6, and then I turned it around and scored it at 1.5 rather than get my extension out. And it folds up like this. And I am going to use my bone folder to make these good and firm so that when you close it up, it really goes flat for mailing. Okay, so now we're going to do some decorating of it. I already cut out from Soft Succulent the frame that I'm going to use using just this frame. Cut that out so it's available to use. And then there's a piece of cardstock that is 3 inches by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it's going to go like this on the card. And I chose the 3-inch wide to make sure that the frame fit on it. I made another one similar to this, but only used a 2.5 inch wide, or no, 2 3/4 inch wide. You can make this any width you want as long as you have room to show the back. Or you could put it clear over on the side and have some more space. That is up to you. So the basics of the measurements are, let me pull this out here. So the cardstock 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 7 1/4. And like I say, I turned it around and scored it at 1 1/4. Cardstock, this long one, is 8.5 by 2 3/4 or 3 inches, scored at 4 1/4. So then the DSP, originally I was going to not layer, I was just going to put the DSP on, but changed my mind. I have two pieces that are 4 by 2 3/4 to go here like this on the front, and one on the back so that you can write your greeting on the back. And I have, from the basic white, I have 5 1/4 by 2 3/4, and that goes in here. And I have a strip that is 5 1/4 by 1 inch, and that goes there. Okay, so for the designer series paper, I just cut those down by 1/4 inch each direction. So this one is 5 inches by 3/4 inch, and this one is 5 inches by 2 1/2. So the first thing I'm going to do is layer, and these dimensions will be on my blog. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the layers together. I was amazed as I put this together just how beautiful it turned out. It was beyond what I had imagined, and I love it when that happens. Okay, then we'll put this one on. The card looks fairly complicated, but when you get your cutting of your pieces done, it really goes together quickly. Okay, so there's the card base done. You could put something there, but it doesn't really show that much. Okay, so now for this part, I'm going to put this on the back. Or on one side, let's put it that way. You could choose it to be either way, the front or the back. Like that. And then when I made my sample, I stamped after I had put it down, and I was sorry I did that because it was crooked. So I'm going to use Evening Evergreen ink, and to make sure I get the spacing right, I'm going to lay the frame down here. Oh, messy fingers, and hope that I get this straight. I'm stamping first, and I got a little bit of ink in the wrong place. I'm going to turn it over and do it again, and hopefully I won't get ink on it. There. Okay, that's good. Close up my stamp pad so I don't get ink where I don't want it. Now you could pop this up on dimensionals, and I normally would, but you have to have, it's a little bit flimsy for that. I guess I could put a lot of dimensionals on there. But when I go to mail things, I like to have things fairly flat so I don't have to pay for extra postage. So I'm going to just glue it down with dabs of multi-purpose liquid glue. Could use glue dots. If you wanted. I'm going to take off some of that extra. Put the oval on. Okay, now I can put it on the other side. Like that. And then it goes on to our card base. Put a little bit along there. Like that. And then on the back, doesn't matter how much, well, I think I just ran out of its seal. It's not so critical where you put the glue adhesive on this one, as long as you don't put it up in this area. Okay, and there you have your basic card. Now for the flowers, and I showed you that this cuts out one of the flowers in the design. The designer series paper. This one. I'm going to trim around a little bit so I don't have so much paper hanging around. The other design that you could use is this one here, and that would look really lovely on there too. But I like the soft color. Okay, and since there is no magnetic sheet for the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, I'll have to hold it down with washi tape or painter's tape, something low tack. I think I'll just get some fresh. I just found I have not been able to find my Stampin' Dimension, my mini glue dots. I've been searching all over for them, and I just discovered them hanging here. I'll be darned. Okay, put the sandwich together, open up the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I like this because it's small and doesn't take up much space. I can use it inside my light box, which is wonderful. And there we have. Isn't that easy? Just just use a die and cut it right out and you're all done. It is fun though to color the images in. Now I am going to put this, so I would have put it over here, but I'm going to see, I've got a little bit of a boo-boo there. That's one of the nice things, you can put it to cover up. I'll just pretend that that's not there. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, or pieces of them. I hate wasting any, so I use the borders. They need to be fairly low. There. And to make it fancy, I love to step it up with the embellishments. I thought about a bow up there, which would be pretty, particularly with this ribbon, which is the ribbon that I colored with Stampin', with the Stampin' Blends. And if I had a Blushing Bride Stampin' Blend, I would have colored it with that to use, but they didn't come out with that for some reason. Probably it just was not able to, the inks were just not, some inks colors are easy to and good to use in ink, and some of them just aren't very stable. So I'll put 3 of these. Oh, come on. Around here. Come on. There. So there we have it. Happy for a special person on a special day. And then on the back, you write their greeting. Could possibly put a bow there to cover up that. I wonder what that would look like. What to do with it? Here it is. If I tied just an overhand knot. This is what I love about stamping. You have so much creative possibilities. I think that would work. Get a glue dot. Get the glue dot in the right position. Okay. Wonky. Yeah, what do you think? Think that works? I think so. Double the pleasure, double the embellishments. Well, thank you for watching. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it's stamping time. If you need to buy some of these supplies, and I really urge you to, get this whole collection. They go together so well. And there's so many possibilities for Christmas, for fall, like I showed you, for spring, like this, or you could color the flowers yellow for summer with these, and it's just unlimited amount of possibilities that you can do with this. Anyway, so then my store is creationbysue.stampinup.net. My blog is www.soggystamper.com. If you have any questions, you can email me, sue@soggystamper.com. And I will have this video up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper, this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching, and come back again next Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and I'll show you maybe still another design for this. Or maybe I will use this side step and do one with a snowflake theme to it. We'll see. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.